Hi, how's it doing? I'm Fujihiko Hayashi. Please call me Fuji. Nice to meet you. My essay is about Chinese energy security. I think one dimension of BRICS' growing impact is its rapid emergence as a major force in world energy market and global energy geopolitics. However, the position is different. Brazil and Russia are blessed with energy resources, and Russia is actually attempting to gain leverage over European and East Asia gas market. But China and India have increased its dependence on foreign sources of supply, and growing imports urge Beijing and New Delhi to think about its energy security. This is reflected in the statement issued by the leaders at the fourth summit of BRICS, I think. It called for broader cooperation in the energy sphere, diversifying energy resources and energy transit routes. So I think it is important to understand what they seek and to consider how we should respond to them. But in my essay, I just talk about Chinese energy security and its implication to the U.S. foreign policy in 12 pages. So from now on, I have to research India's energy security and Russians. But anyway, I just talk about China's energy security in my essay, and there are 4 sections in my essay. And the first is what are Chinese objectives of energy security, and second is how does China try to achieve its objectives, and the third, what is dilemma and difficulties Beijing faces, and the fourth is how should the U.S. deal with Beijing. Okay, and in short, Beijing has 3 objectives of its energy security. These are to secure adequate supplies, to maintain reasonable prices, and to ensure transport routes. To secure adequate supplies, Beijing has pursued equity oil and long-term supply contract and increased its profile in the key oil-producing region like Middle East and Africa. Especially Saudi Arabia and Iran are really important country to China. And Strategic Petroleum Reserve (SPR) is also one of the hot issues considered in the government. And as for safe transport route, Beijing seems to adopt 4 different policies, which are diversifying transport routes by shifting toward overland transport. And second is to developing enough military capacity to deter potential blockade as the short-term objective. And third is building a blue water navy to take control of the sea lane as the long-term objectives. And keeping good relationship with the U.S. is the 5th objective. And generally, China is considered to adopt these policies as one energy strategy and get its way. But in fact, it faces the multiple dilemmas in the international stage, and it often prioritizes the relationships with the U.S. over its energy security interests. And also, while Chinese energy strategy reflects mercantilist instincts, it also reflects national industry drive to invest abroad. So my point is that the U.S. should distinguish between national oil companies, people say NOC, and NOC's investments and behavior that were driven by Chinese government and those that are driven by sound commercial logic. As Chinese mercantilist attitudes stem from not its hostility to the West and the U.S., but its general distrust of global energy market and the U.S. dominance and its weak position as a latecomer in the global energy market. The U.S. definitely should mitigate distrust and build mutual confidence through cooperation. So in my essay, I emphasize that it is a relatively good time for the U.S. to cooperate with China, because now Beijing seems to prioritize its relations with the U.S. over its energy security interests. it greatly suffers from rising oil prices and cannot manage price. And new thinking in government is gradually rising in the Chinese government. So mismanaging energy issue is quite harmful to the Sino-US relations, and it strengthens old thinking in Chinese government. So that's why the US should consider how it can cooperate with China rather than emotionally reacting to current Chinese actions. As you know, that's really summary of my essay. So if you got interested in details of these points, please check my paper, and see you soon. Bye.